What's up, everybody? It's your boy, it's your man's, sick boy, sick bearded homeless boy. Yeah, that's my SoundCloud rapper name. Smoking on a black and mild wood tip quarter of a cigar that I found in the goddamn near the museum. This is sounding really fucking bad right now, and I realize that, and it's okay because that's sometimes homeless life is really bad, man. It's really horrible and horrific thing to look at. But anyways, so how y'all doing? How the fuck are you? Uh, merry couple of days after Christmas. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. Saturday, my dudes. Fucking the 28th, 29th, somewhere around in there. 28th, I believe. 27th, maybe. Who the fuck knows? Anyways, so a little update. Essentially, I am locked down from any kind of real progress or getting connections and shit like that until probably Monday. And to top it all off, today, I went to do a donation and I was refused because of this horrible bruise on my arm. And I'm going to try to show this to you now. Now, okay, so they passed me. So if you never donated plasma, essentially you go in and you get a screening process, and the person takes a look at your arms and makes sure there's no heroin needle marks or drug marks or anything like that, because intravenous drug use, of course, is one of the biggest, still a pretty big spreader of HIV, AIDS, all that good stuff. Anywho, so I passed the screening process, and let's just go ahead and have a story time. Fuck it. Let's go ahead and tell you about my goddamn morning, okay? Because I got to vent about it a bit. So this is the evil, as far as I'm concerned. This is the shadow working through things around me to make things more difficult because things have been getting a little bit too, good. So this morning I had a morning. Okay. Anyways, so I go to my sleeping spot, and I have been able to acquire some very good kit for sleeping at night. So that's a good thing where I won't have to go to a shelter. My other spot, the Halifax Park I was telling you about, has been compromised, not by an asshole cop, but a very kind cop who just informed me that I couldn't sleep there. And I told him, I was like, I've slept here several nights and I never had a problem. And they were like, well, it's government property, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, well, it says it's a 24-hour park and there's nothing posted. But still, I respected that because he was a cool dude and he wasn't an asshole. So we had a chat the other day, very long chat, and we talked about things. And he's a very good man. Second police officer I've met here in Raleigh, a very nice guy outside of Mr. Rosa, Officer Rosa, the most the most beautiful cop to ever exist on the planet. So it's like goddamn RoboCop, except they engineered this motherfucker. They use medical science 20 years from now to engineer like a GQ model cop. Like, fuck it, we're not going to make a mechanized cop. We're going to make a goddamn beautiful cop. That's how we're going to stop crime. They're going to be all struck by his fucking beauty. It's going to be like Brad Pitt beating their brains in. They're going to goddamn lie, So, anyways, okay. So back to my morning, man. I'm sorry. It's just been a fucking day, dude, and I'm kind of over it right now. But it's okay because, first of all, let me just say I got some good fucking people in my life who are backing me up right now. If I need a couple of bucks, they've been helping me out. That is beyond a blessing right now. I just gotta, Monday I gotta hit some things up. I gotta go find a barber. That's what I was hoping to do with this donation, get a barber. I found a place to get cheap work pants, $10 Wrangler work pants, like carpenter pants. They're fucking awesome. Amazing. It's the Ollies down here. I was blown away because Walmart used to have them for like 30, 40 bucks. Anyways, okay, back to the story. So this morning, wake up, get my shit packed up, wrapped up in a bag because we're about to have some bad rain. So get everything stored away. And I go walking to the bus stop. Now, this is about 6 in the morning. I overslept. Usually I wake up about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but I haven't got much sleep the night before, so I kind of overslept this morning. Anyways, so I go to the bus stop. I walk about half a mile to the bus stop, right? So I'm sitting there, and on Saturdays it takes time. Apparently, their regularly scheduled 30-minute intervals and stuff like that will be coming back soon. It might be just a staffing issue or something. I don't know. Anyways, I go to the bus stop. So it's taking forever for the fucking bus to get there. And there's a lot of buses here. And there's a lot of lines going on. But I can already tell you, I have learned, because I have experienced this bus driver before. She runs late and she, is kind of a prick. Not a bitch, but she's hard ass, but not too bad. Anyways, so I'm standing at the bus stop. I wait for almost an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. I'm like, this shit's taking a long time, man. Finally, it shows up. Okay. And after about 30 minutes to an hour, I see it going the other way back toward the station. So I'm like, okay, it's going to be all right. So I know it's coming. And I'm like, damn, this is taking fucking forever because it took like 30 minutes to 45 minutes for this fucking bus to get here. So when it passes by, I see, it's fucking full up. And when I tell you the buses down here in Raleigh get fucking full, man, I mean they goddamn get packed. Okay, probably not even legally the way to do it. I don't know what the laws are as far as bus capacity and transit systems, whatever, but these fucking things get packed, dude. Every fucking seat and every little aisle space has been completely packed full. Now, bearing in mind, there might be 2 or 3 or 4 people on there that are homeless that are just fucking getting on that motherfucker to sleep and not get off anywhere or do anything. So that's another problem too. I don't know. Anyways, Saturdays is bad because on the weekdays there's a regular scheduled route that comes. There's 2 buses that come on the same route every 30 minutes, whatever. So on the weekends, apparently that doesn't get started till fucking 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock or something. I don't know. Anywho, so I wait for the bus patiently like a good little hairy boy. Then the bus comes back around. What do you know? Motherfucker stops. One guy gets off, and then she looks at me and says, the bus is full. You have to wait for the next bus. I'm like, fucking what? And it was full, actually. And I wasn't going to get on it anyways. I mean, she was right because it's like, goddamn, there was people all the way to the fucking door packed in, dude. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy, dude. Like, y'all need to get like 2 or 3 more buses for this line because that fucking Capitol Boulevard #1 line, man, that motherfucker stays packed. So I'm like, all right. So the route to go is not going to a goddamn bus stop, but the bus station. I was trying to save time. I could have just walked to the bus station, which I'm going to do from now on. I'm not going back to that bus stop on the weekends or whatever, but because of the donation thing being fucked up, I might not be able to go anyways until like Monday, so it doesn't matter. Anyways, so then I take a walk to the bus station. That takes another 30, 40 minutes. I'm like, all right, I get to the bus station. And then fortunately, the goddamn bus comes pretty quick and there's not a million fucking people getting on it. So I get on. It's all right. So we go up to the fucking donation center. I get off there. I walk in. Completely fucking packed full, man. And I mean, there's like, I see all the beds are full and I see everything is full. And I'm like, goddamn, this is going to take forever. So, sure enough, that shit took like 30 minutes to an hour just to get back to the bed to be told that I was deferred because of this. Now, I don't know if you could see it, and the light is actually hitting it kind of weird to make it look a little darker, but that is essentially the bruise, which is about a day old, and it's very, depending on the lighting, it's very, very, it's not that big of a deal. So anyways, I get back there to the bed and the woman looks at my arm. She's like, oh, that's a bruise. And I really didn't even notice it. I just seen the little red marks and I was like, okay, whatever. But I didn't really even notice it was really a bruise. It's so light. And then she was like, oh, okay. They measured it. It was more than 2 inches, which it was right at 2 inches, if not, I don't know. So any fucking who, they defer me and they're like, you can come back just as long as it's under 2 inches. The woman didn't put me in for a deferral that takes like fucking 2 weeks, thank God. So I can come back. I just have to make sure it's under 2 inches. That's what she said. But anyways, so that happens. And I'm like, fuck, man. Because I'm getting a bonus on this donation because I've donated all the times I needed, which all that work for this month, if I don't do it within the next couple of days, is going to be fucking thrown away. And that's what I fucking hate about shit like that is like, you know, I've met my donation requirements all the way up to now. My other arm was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, whatever. But no, it was, and I mean, it has to be right at 2 inches, man. It wasn't over 2 inches. I swear to God, like they need to pull out a ruler and look at it because they just took a gauze bandage and held it to it. And they're like, oh yeah, that's 2 inches. And they were kind of fucking, I mean, I'm like, dude, like, come on, man. Like y'all are fucking me right now. And I've waited a goddamn hour, 2 hours, hour and a half, however fucking long to get back here just for this after your person done passed me through. Which, you know, that's not on the girl. That's not on the young lady who checked me out. Because when she looked, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's so slight to where she would have had to sit there and really fucking look. And actually, the woman had to call somebody else over to verify it was a bruise. And then the girl was like, oh, yeah, that's bruised. I'm like, really? I'm fucking like, dude, this is light. Like, this is nothing. Let's just do this. I'm okay. Let's go ahead and do this. But no, and the nurse was real nice, and she's like, you know, I'm not going to fuck you up on your donation. You can come back within the next couple of days as long as you get it down. So I try to, you know, put an ice on it, heat on it, and everything like that. So I had to go and, you know, unfortunately ask people for help. You know, which is a problem right now, and I need to get things sorted quickly, which I hope to do Monday, and I hope to get things kind of started on at least a fucking path of employment. And whether as a temp agency or whatever that is, bathing isn't going to be a problem. I found a place to get really cheap wet wipes, which in a pinch you could use wet wipes to bathe. It's not the best. That's not the same as a good old hot shower, which I really need right now. But I'm not going to the one resource because it was the holidays, and also that shit may be packed and may be like a war zone when I get there. So that being said, I've been kind of putting it off, which I guess Monday, if I don't get to donate or whatever, I'm going to have to fucking, you know, go there, go ahead and do that, and then find a cheap barber. And then I got a place for some cheap, good work pants. I'm going to need a belt. And, you know, just those little tiny things could really, you know, put you ahead of the game. But, you know, we're going to get it sorted out. And as far as washing clothes, stuff like that, that's another problem. Essentially, you know, the whole problem with the homeless thing too is that people don't seem to understand is a lot of these agencies and places that help and stuff like that. Like, for example, a shower. We were discussing this the other day. Somebody told me at this Oak City Cares, you get like 20 minutes to take a shower, which is fucking mind-boggling considering in Gastonia, some places want you to take a shower in like 5 minutes. They only give you 5 minutes to shower. Now, let me ask you, have you ever actually counted down 5 minutes or actually looked at how long it takes you to shower? No, because you're a goddamn sane human being. But I'm just saying, any of you, you know, one day, just try it. Shower as quickly as you possibly can. Can you get it done in 5 minutes? Can you get it done in 10 minutes? Can you get it done in 15 minutes? 20 minutes is a good time, but in Gastonia, it was like people fucked around, dude. Like, and fortunately, I had Danielle Webb, my friend, my savior, my hero, with Displaced Roses, an organization in Gastonia, and I got a permanent standing appointment with them. That's where I was showering and bathing, and I didn't have a time limit because I was the only appointment there. So I could go in, shave, and then take a nice long hot shower because it's been, you know, it was a week between showers. So, you know, I was a dirty boy. And, you know, you try to stay as hygienic and clean as you can, man. But, you know, here's a little tip about being outside 24/7. You know, all this smog, brake dust, dirt, all this shit that is in the atmosphere, it settles on your skin, whether you know it or not. And it's like, you don't even have to be sweaty or really be like nasty, like doing any work or anything. You get coated in fucking dirt and nasty shit just coming off of cars, walking down the road. Cars kick up dust and shit off the road, especially when it's dry. It's bad during the summer, man. It's bad because your sweat mixes in with all of it. And it's like you just got this fucking coating of poisons and toxins all over you 24/7. Like my skin just starts breaking out in random places for nothing. It's not bug bites or anything. It's just fucking dirt. It's just fucking filth that accumulates on you through the atmosphere. All the poisons, the toxins, the smog, everything. So anyways, you know, like you could take a wet wipe after, you know, that may be another experiment for you. You know, go to a city and sit outside for as long as you can for 24 to 48 hours. and then take a wet wipe to your skin, and don't bathe, and just take a wet wipe to your skin. And if you got a house or apartment, you could camp out in the backyard, and then take a wet wipe to your skin just after a day. And you can see just the buildup, the fucking dirt, the filth that just collects on you that from nowhere, from fucking nowhere. Because it's just, and we're breathing this shit in. It kind of makes you hyper aware of what we actually suck in every day. So, you know, it's kind of crazy. But anywho's, yeah, that's it. That's kind of the update. I've been doing another update is I've been doing art again. I've been drawing, sketching, and I've been working on 2 throwaway pieces that I keep in my bag, and I've been preserving them. Very, very minimal shit. I started on a Venom piece, and none of this is like production or going to go to anybody or do anything. It's just throwaway. Practicing with, you know, like I said, shitty tools. You know, I said in my other drawing video that I did, shitty tools, if you can get something out of shitty tools and you can make something look decent out of shitty tools, when you get the pro tools, it's like night and day, man. But if you can get, you know, something out of nothing and then go to the pro shit, the real good shit, it's like, oh, wow, this is so easy. Then you do even better, you know. So I've been doing that. You know, mentally, I'm just in such a better and greater place right now. And I don't know if it's the air, like I said, I don't know if I told you this, but apparently Raleigh is a little bit lower in elevation, so the air is a lot better. And I haven't had, I mean, outside of being a little sick right now, I haven't, that's half of the, you know, most of the breathing problems, irritations I had, like nose wise and breathing wise, which I was having problems in Gastonia, but also bearing in mind that for the last week or so I was there, 2 weeks, there was a fire that was at Crowder's Mountain or somewhere, like a big forest fire that was pumping smoke into the atmosphere. And you could tell, you could smell it. It was like, you know, and once again, you're out in it for fucking, you know, all day, all night. So you're breathing it in all the time. So that ain't good. But, you know, the higher elevation there, though, apparently dropping elevation has really done a lot for my breathing and my cardiovascular system and everything. Because, I mean, man, I'm working out every day. I'm doing push-ups. I mean, I'm going to start doing sit-ups, all kinds of different exercises every day and get a routine going. That's without taking a shower, which for me, I don't know about y'all, but the longer I go without a shower, the more mentally fucked I get. Like the more, when I get dirty enough, I'm just like, I don't want to do shit. But, you know, having a shower refreshes you and it makes you feel better. It makes you feel cleaner and a lot lighter and, you know, nicer. But dirty, you know, being dirty, it definitely takes a mental toll on me. I'm one of those people, the longer I go without a shower, like when I'm living in a stable situation, everything, I shower every day, I bathe every day. I mean, you know, I'm very, very cleanly. So, you know, anyways, I'm going to get up off here. It's a little hard to talk right now. I'm sick. It's going around here. It's being spread like wildfire. Everywhere I turn, people are coughing. So anyways, that's kind of the update. I got my first publication comic written basically in my head. I'm not going to introduce the title to anybody or anything like that. I'm just going to do some excerpts because people have a way of pirating shit off my profile and not giving me credit or anything like that. And that's kind of bad in the art community. And that's bad in like the comic book community and everywhere else. I got a lot of lurkers out there that I've seen them do shit that I do and then never kind of quote the inspiration, which is fine, but still, you can kind of tell it's like, man, that's kind of fucked. You know, you're doing shit that I just did, and you saw people got attention. You know, it got attention, a little bit of attention. Now you're like, oh, okay. So, anyways, about that profile thing too. A while back, I really didn't give a shit about what was going on, and I got like a couple of copyright strikes or something on my profile. And I think ever since then, basically the Tengu Press profile has been fucked. Because my engagement is shit. Like, my engagement has always been horrible. And I see other people's engagement, and it's like going through the fucking roof, and I'm like, you know, what the fuck, man? But I think that might be also pay to play shit on Facebook. And I got to really pay for a meta verified account or something like that at some point. But anyways, I'm going to cut this short, getting a little hard to breathe. My nose is getting a little worse, got some bad rain coming. Tomorrow, going to be some pretty severe storms, maybe tonight. but it don't look like it's going to hit tonight. It looks like it's going to hit tomorrow, and it's going to hit full force. Tornado warnings everywhere and all this shit. So hopefully we'll be okay. Anyways, I love you guys. I love you, my babies. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a loyal subscriber. If you can comment, subscribe, share this video, or whatever, it helps with my engagement. And it helps with everything else, and it helps with my homeless journey. There'll also be donation links below if you could help out in any way you can to help me keep creating, to help me get my life back together, anything like that. Anything you do, I'd appreciate it. I know some cocksucker's going to come on and get a fucking job. Well, it ain't that easy when you're homeless, man. And trust me, that's easy to say when you got a home and, you were probably inbred and, your mom and dad were brothers and cousins and sisters and, your chromosomes just ain't right in your fucking body. So, it just ain't that easy. If I could snap my finger, hell, people with a home and everything like this and all the advantages can't even get a goddamn job, let alone a person who has no advantages and they're fucking on the streets 24/7. That's a job in and of itself, man. Just surviving day to day, finding food every day, getting whatever every day. And then on top of that, you got to go get a job, man. Go get a fucking job. Okay, well, I'm supposed to work for 2 weeks without a paycheck and go through all this. That's hard. It's difficult. But either way, you figure out ways to get around it, and it's doable. And we're going to build and be successful here in Raleigh, and everything's going to go great, and everything's been going great so far. Outside of these little minor inconveniences and being on the street, of course, it's been amazing. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night. I love you, and that's it.